Guys, let's get the show on the road. Good morning, good afternoon, and as always, very good evening, no matter where you are around the world. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to another episode of the one session. So obviously we'll do what we do best. We'll analyze the chart, see what we can come up with moving forward. Started the week off very nicely yesterday with that win on gold and called a nice sell option as well. So a bit of a lag on my end, which is unusual, but looking forward to seeing what we can come up with today. GJ looking quite promising for some potential sells. I'm definitely in favor of the sell option, so we can see if we can possibly get involved in a sell quite soon. But in the meantime, guys, let me turn the music down. If you could please smash the like button, be active in the chat. Let's get this chat rate up so we can get a few more people on stream. Beats, you're a legend, appreciate you very much so. And guys, let's have a look quickly at the news to see what we've got on moving forward today. Not a lot, well, nothing really in regards to our session. We've got some Swiss news, high impact Swiss news. Not sure if that really will affect the pound. May have a slight effect on euro. Will obviously affect the US dollar against the Swiss pound, so Swiss franc, sorry. That's something to keep an eye on. And obviously we have some jolts openings later into MI session today. So without further ado, guys, let's have a look and let's start with GJ. And what we can see is the weekly open with a big gap on this particular broker. I wonder to the downside. We have a lower low, lower high to the previous candle. Not only that, we actually broke below support here to the left hand side. Currently pulling back though above the wick. But we are, however, strong bearish based on the weekly candle. Looking at the daily, so we can see we closed below support here to the left hand side, which was a point of conjecture yesterday. Did mention it could be a difficult level to break, seeing it is a very strong support to the left. We have obviously broken and closed below it. Current candle pulling back up towards the support though. Could this potentially be the highest point now being formed on the new daily? We're going to mark in the current daily candles low. We're going to see what we've got below that level. We are technically bearish in structure also. Onto the fire, creating some steady series staircase to the downside, lower lows, lower highs. Structure wise, we are definitely bearish. Kind of bounced at a support here to the left, so we can see we did wick below it, only to close back above it. So we are respecting that level over here to the left hand side. What I'm going to do is, for the time being, I'm going to mark in the actual lowest point of the current daily candle. As far as resistance, we have retested some of these wicks to the left hand side. What I'm inclined to do is though, mark in that zone we broke out of yesterday, seeing we've not yet really retested that level there. And I want to see potentially what we got that level on the minor time frame as well. That could be a potential pullback destination before we could look for sells with more margin. But what I am, however, seeing now on the 4-hour time frame is potential signs of exhaustion. We've broken the high of that previous candle. We're currently pulling back though. So let's mark in the low of the current 4-hour candle. We don't necessarily need to pull the way back up to that previous support. Reason being, once again, we have tapped into some previous wicks here to the left hand side. So this could potentially be the highest point of the pullback. Now onto the 30, what we can see is I'm just going to adjust this zone to the downside. I'll leave the lows in for the time being. So that is the current daily low, I think it is. So if I had that daily indicator up, it's quite be evident. Below it, not much interest in it. We've got a much better off waiting for price to start to pop below 189.30. Got some very clean traffic to the left. However, what I'm seeing right now is, like I mentioned before, we are tapping into some of this previous support here to the left hand side and potentially exhausting and rejecting. So what would give me the confirmation that we could be ready to keel over and make a bigger move to the downside and potentially retrace towards the open of the current daily candle would be a strong close below. So let's say in a 15-minute, can I use this 15-minute zone as a level? I definitely want to see price close below. And if we were to do so in the next, is it 4 and a bit minutes, just under 5 minutes, then we could potentially be looking at some sell options, guys. So sells below 189.714, and I am preferring the sells. The issue, if it just melts, it's going to be difficult, obviously, because we're running into some support here, 189.50. psychological round number. Below that, we've just got some very choppy traffic to the left. So as far as further options, if we did pull back up to that 4-hour support from yesterday only to reject, then I can look for the sells from higher up. So sells from really below that 190.20, we did pull up and reject. Now as for the buys, do we have the margin? We are creating some high lows, high highs within the current daily candle. Let's just mark in the resistance, and it looks like we potentially will have the margin. We'll have about 24 pips by the looks of it. Yep. So potential buys above, guys, to take it up in anticipation that we may see we're creating high lows, high highs. We've got the 4-hour candle probabilities to the upside within the current daily candle. Current daily candle itself is creating a bullish candle at the moment. So if we were to actually create the high, close above, then I may consider looking for a buy also above that 189.930 on GJ. Quite a simple plan moving forward on GJ. Further options we'll reassess if price does just drop back down towards that 189.10 level. Obviously I'll be looking for sell options below 189 flat roughly. We've got some very clean traffic down to the lows of the 4-hour support. So that is GJ. Just see 3 minutes left. At this rate, doesn't look like we're going to get the option. I definitely want to see the closure below. I definitely want to see closure above for any entries at the moment, because right now we're just consolidating. So consolidation doesn't give me any sort of catalyst. I'm fully aware it could just make a move without me, but I'm also fully aware that what it could do is very easily it could do this where it just moves up. You think you're in a nice breakout trade, all of a sudden starts pulling back down, right? It's more of a low wick and you're stuck in massive drawdown, or it's stop loss being hit. So definitely waiting for closures above or below at this rate on GJ. Very simple plan, and hopefully that does make sense. Please smash the like button, guys. Let's do me a favor, get the numbers up on the stream, because as I mentioned yesterday, otherwise there's not much point in me streaming if there's only going to be 20 people on the stream. Quickly looking at gold now. So simple analysis on GJ, knocked that off in a couple of minutes. Looking at gold, the weekly is pulling back up towards its high. Let's mark in the high of the current weekly candle. Obviously formed quite a significant low wick. Previous weekly was a strong bearish candle. So strong bearish in a weekly. A daily time frame, the structure itself remains bearish, and we're just kind of consolidating. We've got some very choppy price action. Yesterday's candle tapping once again into this support around that 26.25 level on the daily, leaving a long wick to the downside. If we were to begin to break above the current weekly / previous daily high, then we may make a deeper correction into that previous weekly bearish candle. So we're bearish in structure, don't really have any candle probabilities at all within the current candle. 4-hour, obviously very choppy traffic, also just consolidating the 4-hour. I'm going to mark in the most recent resistance, and I'll mark in the most recent support, and this is the level we're currently trading within on gold. Let me quickly look at GJ. We're about to close. Are we going to get a potential option? Got a minute remaining. All right, you know what, guys, let's stop gold for a minute and let's keep a bit of an eye on GJ. It's a wick down into the range below, only to reject. Now one issue could be stop loss, so look at the 15, it's going to be the same. Definitely need to see, is this just a liquidity grab? Definitely need to see a little bit of a low wick. And then we could potentially be looking at some GJ entries, but I wanted to close above just now. I want to close back below the resistance, because that doesn't really give me much other than the fact that we're straight back into consolidation. So we want this thing to pop up in the last 10 seconds. It doesn't look like it's going to do it. All right, so it's not going to be a valid entry just now on GJ. So I'm going to back to gold. All right, so back onto gold, back onto, I think we're at the 4-hour time frame. So what we can see, the 4-hour, once again, structure wise, we remain bullish. We have respected this, the origin of the swing to the upside. We have not yet closed below the lowest point of this swing. We've tapped into it, but we've not closed below. We almost got close to it at this point here, only to reject, and we've formed support, head back up. But what I am seeing is the more we tap into this level, the more shallow the bounces tend to become. So what that would suggest to me, that more we tap into it, the more likely eventually it could break The same to the upside. We've also tapped into the same level to the upside multiple times. So if it continues to push up, create slightly higher lows and higher highs, eventually we could make the push back up towards that 2700 sort of level. So structure wise, we do remain bullish. We also have a very strong bullish engulfing candle on the previous candle. Just happened to close at resistance though. So on to the 30. Let's see if we can adjust this zone a bit. We can, but I feel inclined to adjust it to that point there. Reason being, it is evidently a lot more cleaner below above 26.51.30. We're also starting to pop above some of these wicks to the left hand side if we get that closure above. So for me, I'd be looking for, very simply, seeing we are currently rejecting, nice closure above, retest, and as we begin to pull away from that zone, I can look for my potential options for a buy above this 26.51.3. Now, we're not going to be flipping any structure. 30-minute is still technically bearish, or will remain bearish until these highs at the moment. So we'll not create a low just here. So the swing point remains the exact same level, right? These highs. So the bias, believe it or not, is to the downside on gold, with the weekly, the daily structure, and the 30-minute technically being bearish. So therefore, what we could also be doing is looking for sells below current resistance. Now, have we got some form of catalyst on the 30-minute other than just the candle closing back bearish, weak bearish at resistance against a strong bodied bullish candle? Let's go on to the 15. Not quite, guys. We've got two weak bearish candles. So what this suggests to me is perhaps we're just creating a higher low at this point. It's not a strong enough catalyst for me. So what I need to see right now is perhaps a little bit of consolidation. And if we begin to pop below that consolidation, look for some sort of pause. So on the 15, that would suffice. So weak bullish candle. So this would begin to pop below it. I may have options to look for a sell from the resistance, but right now my concern is that it's just a weak pullback on the 15-minute time frame. Two weak bearish candles. Are we just now creating that high low for us to head back up and potentially start popping above this 26.51.30? So that is why I would prefer to wait for a stronger catalyst at this point to sell, other than just breaking below that previous candle's low. And that's what I'll be doing. Now, further options, obviously from support, we do pop back down to it and form support yet again around this 26.35, 36 sort of level. There'll be nothing wrong with looking for the buys from lower down within the 4-hour range. So that is the options right now. Gold, we could even look for buys a little bit higher up if it does respect the 30-minute support here around that 26.40 sort of level. Hopefully that all makes sense. And the focus likely on GJ. Likely on GJ for the time being. So guys, don't forget, give the stream a like. And yeah, so how was the rest of the day yesterday, guys? Did any of you get involved in anything? I personally didn't trade after the stream. Good start to the week, and plans to, you know, keep doing the same thing. Obviously sticking to the plan because that's what works. Members, I shall let you guys in for those who are interested. Link has been sent. YouTube, Beats, Kyle, Sketchmas, welcome guys, hope you're well. No trades allowed to get back, Carl. I think you're all good, my friend. We're coming towards the end of the year, guys. Been a solid year. Been a really good first year. Pretty happy with how things are going on stream. Obviously, you do have my episodes where I have, you know, a bad day. They're pretty few and far in between, which is a good thing. Definitely keen on adding to the tool box moving forward into the new year. So definitely going to be working hard with the members. Looking forward to that through testing, sim sessions, even looking at the live charts. That would be quite regularly, probably at least 3, probably 4, sometimes 5 days of the week. So I'll be most of the days away from the stream. Just remove that for the time being. Should I let TikTok in? Should I tempt fate for a second day in a row? Let's see what Financial Juice is saying to us today. Bitcoin quest for 100,000 runs into wall of resistance. Altcoins are some... Look, the meme coins sector's kind of deflated at the moment. I think a lot of the attention's moved into some of these dinosaur coins like XRP, Cardano, and those type of 2017 to 2021 sort of coins. Wow, I didn't even realize. I thought it would be like $1 something. I didn't realize. Wow, to think I had like 3,000 of these not long ago. In crypto, like I said, if I sell, I'll tell you guys, because that means just buy whatever and I'll skyrocket. It'll all go to the moon. But currently trading crypto, and so far the account's looking good. Stuck in a few altcoin trades, which one is almost back to break even after seeing an insignificant drawdown for a bit. Just swing trading it. I don't scalp crypto, swing trade it. The other one is safely in profits. It's not really been any drawdown since being tagged in. The account itself is up about 12% roughly, so looking good. Guys, feel free to ask questions, as you guys know. Now I'm gonna jump on TikTok, see if I can go 2 days in a row without getting banned. Lego, good day to you. It's the name of my dog, actually. Over in the land of Thai. Okay, good morning to you, mate. I hope all is well. Abdul, good morning to you, mate. I had a good chat about trading psychology yesterday with a few of the members who were on stream for the education session. Didn't actually record it, but I've decided I will make a recording on it for those who weren't on it, the VIP members. It was definitely something to learn about. I mean, trading psychology, I think, equates for personally around 90% of trading. The analysis is the easy part of things, to be honest, guys. A lot of it comes down to what goes on up here. So that is something I will do a video on for the members. A color, welcome to you. Ryan Ali. Aaron, hope you're well, brother. Contact me, by the way, mate. All the members, I want you guys to contact me because I want to do a private session for each and every one of you. I want to see where you're all at, so DM me. It's just easy. I'll put out in the VIP chat at some point as well. Just to DM me with your availability, and we can like a 30 to 45 minute quick session, just so I know where you guys are at with your trading and how I can maybe, best do you know, things to suit individual needs as well. Beats, I just don't understand why there are almost no viewers. I'm going to see if I can get viewers in this channel. This can't go. I appreciate it, mate. Honestly, Beats, I've had many good trades by watching and listening to you. You are really worth it. So loyal viewers. I appreciate it, mate. Yeah, I really do appreciate the support. It doesn't go unnoticed. It does not go unnoticed. Been thinking about a few things as well, so definitely doesn't go unnoticed, my friend. Yeah, look, it will come. Like I said, I've got someone who'll be working on that side of things moving forward over the holiday break into the new year. So when we come back, we should have hopefully more interest in the stream. I mean, we used to, and that's why what disappoints me a little bit. I know I went away as well, and that kind of doesn't help. But even when I come back, we still had around the 50, and now it's just dropped like 20, which is very disappointing. But get it back up there. X Nada, g'day to you. Zul Classic, Jeff Katz, guys, welcome. Don't forget to like, follow. If I get banned on TikTok, you can find me on YouTube. I do stream about any issues on YouTube on the daily, Monday to usually to Friday. Israel, good day to you. Joe, with GJ, are you not concerned about resistance to the left? Would you be concerned if trend bias wasn't down? Concern, are you talking about for sells? Or are you talking about for the buys? Talking about the sells, no, I'm not concerned, because what we've done is made a clear move up. We've rejected that level either way once. So if we were to continue bullish, there's no need to retest it and close below support. If we do so, and I feel it's more probable after we've been consolidating for a substantial period of time, grabbing liquidity from the market, that if we become a break and close below this level, we're likely going to make the move back down towards the support around that 189.40 to 50 sort of region. So not really concerned. Yeah, so hopefully that makes sense. My Thai friend, welcome to you. Mr. Somebody, appreciate it, likes. Yeah, g'day guys. Don't forget to give me a follow too. Joe, got ya. Do you reckon the crypto boom could be affecting your stream numbers? Not sure about that, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not going to look at the crypto because I think that's what got me banned last time on TikTok. So it must be very sensitive to not that I was calling anything on crypto, but I obviously revealed my crypto account on that particular day, and I got banned straight away. So, but potentially, who knows? Who knows, mate? Could also be the fact that some people are just struggling with the Forex and maybe give up. I'm not sure. That's another thing. Lucas, g'day to you. Mr. Somebody, thank you for the follow, by the way. Guys in TikTok, feel free to ask questions. If there's any particular chart you'd like me to look at, I'm more than happy to do so. So I focus on gold and GJ. And this was my concern, guys. This is why I said I'm not interested in sells below the 30-minute low. Because on the 15, it just looks to me that we may be exhausting, creating just a higher low before we eventually come back up, retest the high, and potentially break above this resistance at 26.51. So the stronger confirmation for me right now would be seeing we're closing back bullish down to 15. If we were to now reject yet again and close back strong bearish, preferably engulfing the low, the wick of that bullish candle, that is my catalyst. At that point, I finally have some sort of catalyst in price action from that resistance other than just one 30-minute bearish candle closure. And that would be enough to suggest to me that perhaps we're ready to pull away from this resistance and move back down towards the support. So justified as to why I wasn't looking for that sell just then. Be stuck in some significant drawdown had you ever taken a sell. Once again, TikTok guys, if you can't find me on TikTok, you can find me streaming live on YouTube. Just look me up, exact same name on YouTube. I stream there pretty much Monday to Friday, so Wolf Hotel 1, yeah? That's you. And Neo, good day to you. Welcome, mate. Alright, so this is better. This is what I want to see on gold. Been another very sticky day here in Melbourne. Quite unusual, to be honest. So those of you on TikTok, if you want the full screen, and jump across to YouTube, you can see all the action on YouTube a lot clearer. It's 7:30 AM UK, still dark. Oh mate, that sucks. And what times it get dark in the evening? Just after 4, isn't it? 4:30 or something. You guys really cop it. I thought our winter was shit here in Melbourne, but it's still nothing compared to you guys. Worse in Scotland? Yeah. Imagine. Picture Scotland to be a little bit like Tasmania. Don't want to open up a can of worms, but those Aussies will know what I mean when I say that. Tasmanians. Good people. It's a bit of a joke though here in Oz. Seeing they're off the mainland. Always tends to suggest that maybe there's some inbreeding amongst the people there. But no, lovely people, very, very lovely people. Probably about 20 to 30 years behind the rest of Australia though. But all good, all good. I don't think I've got anyone from Tasmania on stream, so it's all good. If I do, I apologize for offending you. Back to the charts, which at the moment aren't really offering anything. GJ just consolidating, which is fine. Which is fine. We just need to wait for confirmation either side of the consolidation at this rate. TikTok, the Penguin, Forex Fact, Key. Welcome guys, welcome. Once again, if you want the full screen view, jump across to the YouTube stream. All right, YouTube, anyone currently in any trades, or what are we all? We're looking at the same type of thing at the moment, waiting for gold and central GJ to break out of this consolidation. If you guys have any other plans, then let me know. If you're looking at any other pair, let me know. I'm happy to take a look at any other pair, to be honest. 666, good day to you. 2 Stephs, good day to you. CJ, welcome guys. Quickly look at GU then. All right, so GU looks very similar to that of GJ at the moment. Yeah, quite similar. It's just currently pulling back. Structure wise, it is definitely going to be bearish at the moment, and it's GU's actually retested support. It broke yesterday, and that's where it looks likely to head back up to just now. So for me on GU, I'd be waiting to see how price reacts this 126.650 sort of region to 126.70. If it does reject, there's going to be options to take a potential sell back down towards the current daily candles low, that support at that point there. If it does start to begin to pop above, we've got some pretty clean traffic to the left hand side. You're breaking, not only that, you're breaking resistance formed within the current daily. Yeah, at not a closure that I think is the previous daily. I mean, yeah, but you would have broken your own high. You're breaking resistance formed on the way to the downside, and there could be an option to potentially take a trade back up towards this 126.850 sort of region. That could be an option on GU, anyone who does trade it. But I'd be waiting to see how price reacts to at 126.50 first of all, to see if you cannot get into a sell. That is GU. For the time being, I'm patiently waiting on GJ to make a decision which way it wants to move. And gold is looking good, guys. We could potentially have gold set up in 7 minutes. Mehmet, g'day to you. Dangas, welcome. So definitely focused on gold now, guys. You want a really strong closure, preferably engulfing that bullish candle, completely engulfing it. So closing below the lowest point of that candle. However, if it does close close to it, still going to close a 30-minute candle with a lower high, lower low, still rejecting that resistance, and that could be sufficient enough for us to look for a sell to take it back down. Selling it from the resistance, which is the optimal level to be selling from within a range. You're selling from the highs of the 4-hour range. Upon a confirmation, a signal within price action, stop loss would probably look, I'd probably go wider stop loss and just go a bit of a small lot size, or you could just use obviously the 15 high. You might go in between, perhaps that could be an option as well. So I'll let you guys know if and when a trade is valid. Jellyfish, sorry, GJ, I'm waiting for GJ to sell it. If it doesn't break through 189914, strong sell pressure. Yeah, I'm preferring to sell as well, to be honest, but I see potential for a cheeky buy upon a deeper pull back up to that support from yesterday. You could probably drag down actually, but I'm more in favor of the sells as well. The bias is technically bearish on GJ, so yeah, I definitely would prefer to sell it if the option did present. It's always best if you can trade in line with the actual bias. Sky, good day to you. Spicy Flame 82, good day to you. Innocent as well, welcome. You will learn a lot if you just stick around on this stream, guys. If you're interested in trading and learning how to spot quality trades, I just trade gold and GJ, Great British Pound, JPY. You'll definitely learn a lot. Once again, think about jumping across to the YouTube stream. You'll get the full view on that on YouTube of the stream. All right, let's see if we can set some alerts on GJ. Let's just keep an eye on gold for the time being. Forex King, good day to you. Mighty Stud Productions, welcome, welcome. Ray, welcome. Rig 95 Foo, welcome to you. All right, got an alert on GJ, so let's quickly look at it, what's going on. All right, let's see. Now we want the confirmation of a closure above, because look what every other candle has done when it's wicked up into this zone. It's rejected only to close back below it. So we definitely need that confirmation in the next 2 minutes of a candle closing above that level. As soon as we have that, what I'm going to be doing is waiting for the new candle to pull back to retest the zone, the resistance, the consolidation. And as soon as it does that, I can set my buy stop back above the catalyst high in anticipation. And once it breaks, the likely next destination is this support from yesterday, which we have not yet really retested. So that is the potential option on GJ. Now we still have 1 minute and 35 seconds remaining, and it has not yet confirmed that closure above, obviously. And we look like we may be rejecting, so there's no confirmation just yet. Gold, I want it to close a little bit lower down. Now we can almost, we could use the fib on this. Say I want it to close around at 23.6 to be exact. Really trust it. That would be a strong enough confirmation in my opinion. Because then we're not going to leave such a long wick to the downside as well. Let's go into the 30-minute time frame. It'll be a pretty strong closure on a 30. So if we get that, then we could have options on gold, guys. So maybe the focus is back on gold. Just keep an eye on it. We want it to close below this horizontal. Bit of 30-minute closure as well. Let's look at the hourly quickly. All right, we don't really have much of confirmation on the hourly. All right, just under 10 seconds. Let's see. We want no strong closure, guys. 3, 2, 1. All right, it's closed not quite where I want it to close. How about GJ? Nor is GJ still below that consolidation, below the resistance within the consolidation, sorry. Very difficult to trust impulse entries out of this, because once again, it could do what this wick did. Tags you in, pop straight back down into consolidation. So I simply need to be patient and just wait for a more probable entry at this rate. 5 minute, there is nothing as well. If you were to trade the way I trade based off the 5 minute, there is no confirmation for an entry at the moment. It's just that time to chill again. 30 minute close with a long wick to the downside. Very ugly price action, very indecisive at the moment. Back onto gold. I mean, now what would really look good to me is if this did close bullish, followed by the second 15-minute candle closing similar to what we got here. And then we may have another strong bearish 30-minute candle. That could be a catalyst to look for options to sell it at session open. So we'll keep an eye on that. Aaron, would you be concerned about the wicks to the left on gold? These wicks, no, not really, because once again, similar to what we looked at on GJ before, these wicks have tapped into these levels to the left. So if we were to reject and continue bullish, there is no need to keep pulling back down towards those levels. And if we did so, and we had a strong catalyst, it's kind of like what we had before, but if that was a little bit stronger, now I'd be happy enough and confident enough that if we were to begin to break again, considering we're pulling away from this 4-hour resistance, then that would be enough of a catalyst for me to look for the sell. So I really want to close stronger. Once again, if we get maybe this 15-minute candle closing bullish, followed by the bearish engulfing on the next 15-minute candle, there's a good chance we'll be starting to pop back below these wicks either way to the left-hand side. And there's the entry into clean traffic. So that's something I can look for now, potentially. But no, not so concerned by it, to be honest, mate. Fair question though. Geo, what strategy are you using? It's A.C.T, analyse, confirm, trade. Simple price action based off support, resistance, and zones. Pretty much naked charts. I could trade like that very easily, very simply, based off pure price action at levels. That's what it is, pretty much. It's none of this I.C.T or SMC stuff, which again I'm not going to knock, because if you can make it work, there is nothing wrong with any strategy or edge or whatever. But this is what I do. It's just very simple price action at levels I have determined I want to get involved in trades, whether it's the upside or downside. I'm very rule based, so you're often, or every single trade there is a rule that needs to be met. Criteria on that particular potential gold sell was this candle needs to close a little bit lower down below the 0.23 on the fib against that bullish candle, which didn't quite do so. So right now I'm just gonna chill. Let's see if it does pop below these wicks to the left. And it still could be options, because what I see now is right, a bit of a pullback, pause. If we engulf and engulf quite significantly, we may have a interruption sell limit order valid potentially at the open of London session. That would be at low of that bullish counter. So there is no stress, there is no FOMO, because FOMO leads to the losses, plain and simple. Aaron, not a problem, mate. Appreciate you. TikTok, g'day to everyone on TikTok. If you want to see the full stream, the full view, and jump across to YouTube. I've got a few other little things up on the YouTube stream, so you can follow along a little easier as the one I'm looking at, but I can't display it on TikTok because I just get banned. So gold potentially breaking now. If you are considering an entry, what I would suggest is, the way you would manage this is stop loss above. If you want a tight stop loss, have it above the previous M30, and as soon as you get triggered in, you could begin to already mitigate your risk by adjusting stop loss to just above the entry candle. Personally, like I mentioned before, just hasn't quite ticked the boxes to what I wanted to see, so I'm just going to patiently sit and wait a little bit longer. Theodore, Abdi, Momo, g'day to you guys. Sarah H, welcome everyone. GJ's finally breaking. All right, all good. Not bothered. Not one bit bothered. So in all honesty, right now, what I prefer to see is nice clean move up and look to see how the price reacts to 190, 150 if it does reject. Got more margin to look for a potential sell, and it's still in line with the trend, still in line with the bias, still in line with the structure, so that would also be a good option. Now, could there be options to sell it? We were to reject, which is, let me just say here, maybe a cheeky little option, but it is really within consolidation. It's going to be difficult. What I was looking at, if this 15 closed bullish above and we were only to reject on the following M15 candle and closing back below, bearish engulfing, leaving a long wick to the upside, that will resemble a 30-minute candle. It might look somewhat like so, which suggests that perhaps we just grabbed a little bit more liquidity from the upside, sweeping the Asian session highs, only to reject and potentially come back down and make the impulse down in line with the trend, bias, and the structure.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Maloney, is this gold? That was gold before this. That was GJ. I was just looking at now. This is gold. Looking for sells. Could have a potential sell on the limit order in just under 8 minutes time. Alright, so for the limit order to be valid, this candle needs to close. What is the low of that bullish candle? 26.45.30, 31, so 26.44.50 is pretty much the level we need to close at. So for the limit order to be valid, that's where this candle needs to close in the next 6 minutes and 45 seconds. Thank you for the follow, TikTok. Thank you guys, appreciate it. So once again, happy I didn't jump into that gold sell at the moment because it just didn't quite tick the box. It's the reason why app rules, they are there to not only give me optimal entries, but also protect me from making a trade which is more probable to be a loss. Now, GJ currently rejecting. That just pulled back further, didn't it? I made a longer lower wick. It's gonna be difficult to sell it then. Test temp, g'day to you. Ab0316, welcome. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Ed Bud, welcome.
It sound right, boy.
Acosta, welcome to you. Where is Rick today? I think he must be working. It's not quite the same, is it, without Rick on stream, YouTube? Rick is drinking probably, or he may have drunk too much last night. It's been quiet, pretty quiet in the VIP, to be honest, since winning, so I thought he'd be a little bit more active. Heard a few things from him, but not all that much. Maybe he's a little bit shy in the VIP, I'm not sure. So just under 5 minutes, guys. We want this count to close below this horizontal, and if it does so, as per my rules, I have a valid order, potential order for a sell limit. We'll call him wake him up beats. Yeah, I think he might need a wake up call. He's probably late for work. Carl, every win is a whiskey for him and they've been winning lately. Yeah, probably. Every pip is one shot. And that could be dangerous, couldn't it? Not a massive whiskey fan, to be honest. Is working? Yeah, thought so. Yeah, not a real fan of whiskey. I used to not mind it. I'm more of a gin fan. Rum as well. Spiced rum, nothing worse. I mean, nothing worse, nothing better than spiced rum. Apple spiced rum too, Cellar Jerry's. That's a drop. Oh mate, try that, guys. That is a cracking drop. Little bit of ginger ale. Oh, thank me later. Especially on a hot day, there is nothing better. Not had a drink for over 6 weeks though, guys, so I'm being a very good boy. He'll be back tomorrow. All good, mate. Yeah, I assumed he'd be. I think he works Tuesdays and Thursdays, he told me, pretty sure. What's our favorite beverage, guys? That's something we can discuss while we wait. 2.5 minutes. Nothing wrong for good old beer as well, obviously. Roscoe, good day to you, mate. Rum? Dark rum? Oh, okay. Yeah, dark rum's alright. I prefer the spice rum. I can feel a hangover though, just thinking about alcohol, to be honest. It's all good and fun during it, at the time, but after it, you regret it, don't you? Ooh. Hangover's tough to deal with as you get older, that's for sure. Alright, just under 2 minutes, 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining. Are we going to get the closure as to where we want it to close? Now, the other thing we've got is a closure below support. It's actually looking pretty good. Gold is looking quite good for even just continuation sells. So that is the other option in continuation sells. We're about to close below his bullish wick. We're pulling away from this 4-hour resistance. My preference is to look for the limit order. But I would definitely consider a continuation sell if it doesn't close strongly enough, because I still feel we've got a strong enough catalyst. We're also pulling away on a 5 minute. So what I would suggest is determine what the lowest point of the current 15 is on your broker. And when it closes, wait for an upper wick to fall, and then potentially look for a sell stop just below it. Stop loss probably above the high of the M30. So that's what I'm going to likely be looking for. JJ Walktown as well, good day to you guys. That is what I'm likely going to be looking for. I want a lower wick to be left on the current 15, otherwise it's not valid. I want the upper wick to fall. And then I will set an order. And if this pulls back too far, I'm going to remove the order and wait patiently for London Open. TikTok, if I'm about to get banned, jump across to YouTube. You can find me live on YouTube. So if this pulls back a little bit further, I'm likely just going to wait and see if this candle closes a weak bullish candle. And if it does so, we've formed another minor support below the previous support at this resistance as well. if we can break that London Open, there's a good chance that we could make a pullback further into the range below. So not in anything just yet, guys. FM July, g'day to you. Ultra Men, welcome. Angus Morris and Vicky, g'day guys, welcome. And if it draws too close to the closure of this hourly leading into London Open, they'll also remove the order. I wanted to tag me in quite quickly, to be honest, quite soon. Now, the lowest point on IC markets is a little bit lower down than this particular broker, Forex.com. So that's why it looks like there's a bit of a discrepancy. The price here looks like I've got the order set very far below. But in reality, it's set a pip, 1.6 pips below on my broker. Alama, welcome. So if it pops up a little bit further, then once again, I'm likely just going to remove the order and wait for London Open. Quickly look at GJ, what's going on there. As I mentioned, guys, could we just be grabbing some liquidity pre-session from the upside? If we close below, there's a good chance we would head back down to the support, but you're closing back into consolidation. So we'll wait and see. Now, the other thing is, if it closed weak bearish, have we got the margin to buy it at the open above this M15 high? Perhaps. Have we retested? Yes, we have. We've closed above, retested here. We're all the way back down, only to pop back above. So if we were to close above, closing this M15 at weak bearish candle, what we've done is form another minor resistance above the consolidation. If we were to respect resistance, there is no need to break it, and then likely head back down into the consolidation. If we were to break the minor resistance formed above this previous level of consolidation, form that lower wick on the London Open candle to begin to break, the next likely destination are these highs. Retest that support we broke out of yesterday around that 190.15. So potentially could be an option on GJ. Keep an eye on that for those who are interested in looking for a GJ trade around session open. Good luck. Sell limit. I don't have to, I'll go sell stop. Yeah, I gotta sell stop. The limit orders when you're selling it at a price higher than the current price, and the stop orders when you're selling it below current price. Were you not on TikTok yesterday, I think, mate? So if you were, welcome across to YouTube. Sujan, welcome. David, Amy, Jeffrey, welcome, guys. David, yeah, I mentioned you. Mighty Star Productions, thank you for the follow. So currently looking at potential gold sales. Want to be triggered in pretty soon, guys. Otherwise, I'm going to have to remove it and wait for London Open. So not in just yet. Getting a bit closer though. There are ways to manage this trade as well. So if it does get triggered in, would pretty much automatically adjust stop loss to just above the previous candle's high. You could also mitigate your risk if this candle was to begin to break its own high yet again after being triggered in, because seeing it at that point it has a lower high, lower low to the previous. With candle probabilities to the downside, it really would not have much of a need to pull back up and break its own high yet again. So that could be an option to start cutting some risk off the table. Remember guys, it's all about keeping those losses small. Makes it a lot easier to cover the next time around. So I'm big on risk management. Makes up a massive section of my course. Probably the biggest section. All right, let's see. Very close. The green light is on, guys. Not quite triggered in. Prashant, XOP, I'm not sure, mate. This is Forex. I think you're a bit late to that one, by the way. It looks like it's way overbought at the moment. And it could definitely continue. Jellyfish are trying to in, guys. Don't suggest keep rely on. Yeah, just you guys do what you guys feel is best. If what I take is in line with what you're looking at, then by all means, it's up to you. But otherwise, just do what makes you guys happy. Follow your plan. I'm just here because I feel like trading live. To be honest, I feel comfortable, confident. I want this to happen in the next 2 or 3 minutes, otherwise I'm gonna remove the order and just wait for session open. Because the better option right now would be if this closed weak bullish, fantastic. Absolutely perfect as far as a catalyst. Because then we've got that minor support yet again. We'll have another 30-minute counter closing back bearish. And I feel with the volume, it's likely to give you a pretty nice push if it did begin to break that minor support. So I'm likely going to remove the auto in a minute, guys. Abdul Gold playing games? Yeah, it's all good, mate. Yeah, so I'm going to remove the order just now, guys. I'm going to wait. Potentially at the open now. So I've removed my order. I'm still looking for pretty much the same entry at the open if this does reject to close weak bullish. Look at GJ. Did I not say it before? It could potentially be just a liquidity grab. Focus is definitely on gold though, guys, for the time being. So I'm just going to get ready in case this does reject. Now the lowest point of this bullish candle is $2644.46, so you'd be looking at 2644.3 roughly as an entry. Want this to close weaker though. Yoza, BK, welcome guys. Good to see a few more numbers in the YouTube chat today. Appreciate the support. This is good. This is exactly what I want to see. Closed. I honestly don't want it to flip, and I'm not going to be in it if that's the case now. If it closed pretty much as is, perfect catalyst for me and signal. Look for the sell at session open. Taro, Nicolo, welcome guys. Any good stocks to invest in long term? Jaden, no investment advice. I was looking at PayPal, but I think it's now pumped a fair bit of late. I'm a big advocate for physical silver and gold. That's what I predominantly invest in. A lot of the profits I make goes into that for the long term. Do trade crypto, but I've got to be careful what I show and talk about, because TikTok will ban me. Any good websites to practice without using real money? Well, you can just download MetaTrader, open up an account with a broker, and open up a demo account if you don't want to trade with real money. If you're completely new, it's probably a good way to go about it. However, what I always suggest is it's best to trade forward test on a live account, so you get the feeling of the emotion when you're in a trade, or it be in a drawdown or in a profit, because that is pretty much 90% of trading, is all what goes up on in your head. The analysis and the signals, in my opinion, are quite easy to spot. But what you're going to do is you're going to see some trades go backwards a bit, you're going to freak out, you might close it full and it might go in your direction. Sometimes I do it, but that's in accordance with my rules, trade management rules. It's not just recklessly closing it because I'm not liking it, because I'm getting emotional. But yeah, I suggest even on like $50, $100, whatever you can afford to lose and not worry about. Beats, you busy? Come on, gold, don't flip now. If it does, it could be a limit order still. A little bit, I don't know, I'm not as comfortable with the limit order at session open because of the volatility. All right, GJ, for the buys, he wants to reject and close. Around that, I would say closer to 23.6 would be ideal. That to me would be a strong enough rejection of this consolidation. That to me would also just suggest that we've grabbed liquidity from that range below. And at the open, as long as you create a bit of a low wick, if we begin to break above that bearish candles high, that's where I would enter, as opposed to the 30-minute high. There could be enough in that to make the move back up towards that 190, 150. That's what I'd be looking at, GJ. I'm going to focus on gold and could have a valid option in just over a minute. Need an upper wick to form at the session open. Advertise chat beats, you're a legend, mate. You're an absolute legend. And don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Jane, is there a minimum amount you can put in thinking about if it was practice with real money? I think there isn't really. I think you can practice with $50. Where are you from, mate? If you're from Australia, the issue is your margin and the leverage. So you get 130 here in Oz, so you won't be able to open anything more than a 1 cent position, which means you can't manage it. You can't cut partials in profit, or you just can't. That's the minimum entry. Oh, let's flip it. All right, get ready, guys. Rejection on this candle, upper wick. Could be entry at the exact same level as before. 2644.4 is where I'm looking for a potential gold to sell at session open. Want an upper wick? And as soon as I get a decent upper wick, which hasn't happened, that is just way too quick to execute upon, guys. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about that. That's, oh, GJ, almost. Not quite. Again, I'm very rule based, guys. Very rule based. The option is, if you want to take it, stop loss below low, be very careful. The way you can manage it is, as soon as you get triggered in, and as soon as it breaks that candle's high, it would have absolutely no need to pull back again. Be very careful though at session open. Gold pulling back to create the upper wick. All right. Now, have we got a catalyst? Now we are back below this resistance here to the left. If we were to break our own low yet again, I feel there's a high probability we'll make the move down. Will we just be pulling back to grab that liquidity? Low is 49, 26.43, 49, so 26.43. 30 roughly. Stop loss above the previous M15, and you could easily manage it based off the current candle, the entry candle. So we're just pulling back a bit. Now, if we were to continue bullish, then we've bounced at that previous resistance to the left. Now, there is no need to pull back down and break our own low. If we do so, then what we may have just done is pull back towards that 15-minute support to grab a little bit more liquidity. Seeing we pop straight down at the open, maybe we didn't have enough liquidity within this candle to make the complete push back down to the support. Maybe we're just grabbing that little bit more from the markets before we make that move. So that's what I'm currently going to be looking at. What is long? Big discrepancy again. What's the spread right now? About a pip. Yeah, you're gonna need to give it about 2 pip margin the entry. So that's what I'm currently looking at. Obviously not in just yet. And glad I waited, guys, because you wouldn't have got your 10. You would have got maybe about 6-7 pips, and now you'd be stuck in drawdown. Wait for the confirmation. It's a much better catalyst. Abdul GJ. Yeah, it's just not quite strong enough or weak enough closure, sorry, on that bearish candle to justify me taking any GJ entry. Ravo, g'day to you. And Twanetta, g'day to you. Jude. Kulasam. Beats if everyone knew how much they could learn here, you'd have 10k viewers by now. Yeah, but all good. Oh, gold, can we get triggered in? Not quite, almost, but not quite. All right, in. Now let's see. Now I can already just stop loss just above the entry candle. I'm gonna give it a little bit of room. And there we go, 4 pips on the table. I'm gonna push a bit more. All right, 7. I want to take a loss from here. Not quite enough to secure just yet. So still got the position open, guys. All right, let's go. All right, 7, let's go. Push a little bit more. All right, there's your 10, good to break even. I'm gonna start securing at 11 pips. I've closed 80%, gonna let the rest run. And W, guys, without drawdown, there we go. Smash the like button. Don't get enough love in this stream, we never do, and we kill it. Simple as that, no drawdown. Called it to an absolute T, did I not? Absolutely perfect. Perfect, guys. Smash the like button, smash it, guys. Look at that thing of beauty. Pretty proud of that, guys. Honestly, called it absolutely perfectly.
Hey, good morning, man.
Franco,
Congrats.
I'm just closing another half, by the way. As per my new rule, around that 20 at about 19. Nice one, brother. You take it.
No, I did not. I took a GJ instead
Oh wow,
of that,
GJ looks like it made the move as well. Oof.
and take out 7.5 pips.
Yep, it's made a nice move. It's pushed like over 20 by the looks of it.
Yeah, I was a little bit too early out, but okay. That GJ I didn't know, and I didn't feel comfortable to help hold it longer. So,
Fair enough. Gold, guys. So like I mentioned, you don't you don't get FOMO. You don't shit the bed thinking, right, it's going to leave without me, when it just pops straight down without lowering, because there is a very high probability that what's going to happen is price is going to pull back to create that upper week and grab maybe a little bit more liquidity that it needed in order to make the further push back into the range below. So just patiently wait. So long as it doesn't melt too far, there's still options. In this case, I think it was a good amount. It didn't melt too far into the range below. We start to pop below this resistance here to the left as well. So to me, that was a pretty strong catalyst that if we were going to break our own low again, we should have the liquidity within the candle now to make the move. Abdul, apologies. Let me quickly look at GU for you. Same as GJ. That would have been another cracking entry. Actually, this looks better than GJ, because that would have been valid. Using the fib, that would have been valid. It's closed above the resistance. You've retested it only to close back above it. For me, that's an even cleaner entry than GJ. Let's go gold. 18, 20 pips now on the table. Aku, thank you for the follow. TikTok. This very nice, boss. Appreciate it. Cool stuff. Yeah, cheers, guys. Give us a follow. Make sure to jump across to the YouTube stream where you can view the full screen. Got a little bit more detail on the screen. Beats, thank you, mate. Thank you, thank you. And so my target is this support to the left. So I'm going to close full at 25 pips. Be happy with that. Job done. Cracking start to week, guys. Really good start. So who got it? YouTube? Show of hands. I can see a few of you took it. Well done, guys. All right. So moving on. Nice volume. This is really good. And for me on GJ, to be honest, guys, I would still love to sell it. The next potential level where we could sell is either below the support we're retesting that we broke out of yesterday, or if we did even reject this little swing point here around that 190.50 level, psychological round number, lines up with some previous support here to the left. It could be a level that price reacts to quite heavily, so that could be a potential level that you could look for. Abdul, no, I didn't have you. Sorry, mate, you wrote GU in your chat, that's why I assumed you're talking about GU. No, I didn't take an entry on GJ. I was focused on gold. And gold, if you're not in that sell, then what you need to do is just patiently wait for it to now preferably come back down to the support, make a clean move down, because what that will do is open up this range to more probable options upon the right confirmation, take a buy back up. So you can look for something similar to what we had here, but now in the opposite direction. Obviously, this was off the back of the 15-minute rejection. You've obviously got a bit of a pause at the resistance, close below it. You've spent the majority of this candle being bullish, only to quick flip towards the end of it. That once again suggests grab liquidity from the upside. And what normally is to follow quite often is what actually followed. When the next candle just popped straight down, but it didn't quite have the volume just yet or the liquidity. So it needs to once again pull back just to grab a little bit more from the market before it made a more sustained move to the downside. Beats, that's it. That's the least you guys can do. Just smash the like button. Joe, nice one, brother. Steve, thank you, mate. Caleb, good day to you. J.O. and Caleb. Beats, this is another lesson. Follow stream and learn how to really trade and be patient. Justin will teach you 100% and you will be successful. To be honest, I've had a lot of very kind messages from people within the community who just watched the stream and said how much I've helped them become better traders. I always say, yes, maybe I'm a boring trader because I don't trade in and out 5 to 10 times a day. But what I can tell you, I am putting myself under less stress. I'm putting my account under less stress. I'm trading 8 times out of 10 I'm going to win. That is pretty much the win rate. And I just follow the plan. It's very simple. I'm not putting myself under pressure, constantly looking for trades in our trades, because you don't necessarily need to. I can make the same return by trading less as what someone else can by trading, you know, 3-4 times more. Abdul, may you look, GU pre-candle was an entry candle. Yes, that's what I was saying before, mate. GU was a strong confirmation in GJ. Hold on. I was looking at GJ, my bad. My bad. Why did I say GU before? Yeah, my bad. Apologies. No, GU's not ready. What I want to see in GU is the closure above, to be honest. Closure above or closure below would be fantastic because that's a weak closure below. That could show potential rejection, maybe just grabbing liquidity from the upside in order to come back down in line with the structure itself. But as far as an impulse entry, for me, no way was there any valid entry just there. Sorry, I was looking at GJ before. Apologies. Kyle was saying up 2J changes to the click placed it had gone, so missed it. There'll be more though. Exactly, mate. Beats, that's right. It seems boring sometimes, but that's the key. Patience and taking the right trade at the right time. If you realize that, trading goes much better right away. It definitely does, and it's a lot better to do it on the stream amongst others. Look at that. I'm more than happy to secure the 25, but look at it go now. Absolutely love this. My editor is watching. Thank you for the sub. We have the cap pack trade. Could not have called it any better. That's just experience, guys. That comes with experience. Time on the chart's been training for pretty much 8 years now. Enrique, good day to you. Dotzy, innocent. Boy, innocent, good day to you. The W stream, guys, well done. It's all day. Guys on YouTube, anyone else looking at anything for the time being? Yeah, GJ a little bit late to the party. Not also a good entry, in all honesty. good entry, not quite where I want it to close, but still suggesting rejection of that not only consolidation but the resistance. These long wicks suggest liquidity, and that's what we've likely done, just grab some liquidity. And also seeing that we broke the low of that previous candle, similar to gold, but gold didn't break any candle highs before breaking its own low. But what this suggests to me is we've grabbed some more liquidity from this consolidation, and seeing we broke the low of that previous candle, if we were to continue bearish, there will be absolutely no need whatsoever. We'll back up and break that candle's high, and if it does so, like it was just done, is grab more liquidity from that consolidation, and it's likely to make the move back up. So that was also a quality entry. TikTok guys, I'm gonna end the stream on TikTok just in case I'm likely gonna get banned. If you want to keep watching, jump across to the YouTube stream, just look me up on YouTube. And it's just my profile name, so I'll just type it in quickly. Just look that up on YouTube. That's where you'll find me. Appreciate you guys for joining. I will be back on TikTok again tomorrow, roughly the same time. Yeah, so you guys take care, and if you took trade today, well done, and I'll catch you guys soon. TikTok, bye guys. 2 from 2 guys, 2 from 2 on a good run with TikTok. Haven't been banned 2 days in a row. Oh, that's me for today. One all, nice one, brother. Thank you for joining. No, all good, mate. All good. Well done today as well, my friend. Look at that. Is anyone still holding runners on gold? If you are, definitely a realistic target is this support here to the left around at 26.30. I just focused on 26.38. You're approaching 30-minute support just now, so you may want to maybe consider securing the bag around that 26.39.50 roughly. Natty, nice one. Natty took the win as well. Beats, thanks man, grateful for you every day. I also trade wine with your strategy, and that also works perfectly. Nice one, brother. Glad to hear it. Honestly, appreciate the support. So hard to find, to be honest. Obviously, numbers have been a little bit disappointing, a little bit better today. Speaking of NY, members will be on for pre-NY a little bit later. Steam in here. Oof. All right, let's have a quick look at Bitcoin. Just consolidating within a high time frame range by the looks of it. Yeah, stuck in a 4-hour range. I think it's 95 level. Not only is a psychological number, but it's also a very strong level of support, which lines up with some resistance here to the left. So for me, it's very important. The way I'd be looking at Bitcoin is off the higher time frame. Possibly going down to the hourly and 30-minute for entries, but using the 4-hour levels. To me, it's very important that it remains above this 95k level. Otherwise, if not, there's a good chance of coming back down towards 91. Look at NASDAQ, back up near that all-time highs. Yeah, it is too. Wow. EU, very much the same as GU. AU is probably the same. Oh, making a nice move. US oil. Similar to the majors at the moment. Making a bit of a pullback. Looks likely head back up a little bit. Go out for 69 as a potential rejection zone. Yeah. Probably. EJ is similar to GJ, but it's now tapping into a support previously broke. Next potential rejection zone on EJ would be this 157.90 sort of level. Yeah, so for me now, the concern on GJ is this resistance, which lines up with support here to the left. We are back above that support from yesterday, but in all honesty, what I'm likely to do, because by the looks of it, we're going to close above. Shouldn't really do it until you got the confirmation, but I'm going to do it just now. Remove that zone and mark in a zone a little bit higher up here. Go to the 4-hour. Probably change it to blue, so it really doesn't make that much of a difference. And that is now your zone, basically, what your range. So I'd remove that. Now you're really trading within this area at 189.70 up to at 190.40. And now I've opened it up to some a pretty clean range. So I'd be looking for a price pull up to the highs there to potentially reject. And now for continuation buys, what I prefer to see is rejection, right? That high low, and then look for closure above. Perhaps even if the 4 hours close above and then the new 4 hour creates low wick, rejecting and creating that high low, then popping back above that resistance, that would be a greater confirmation. So the buys become valid above that level. Go clean traffic to the left, but prior to an entry, I definitely want to see a bit of a pause. I don't want to just buy it at the highs. Thank you for the flow. Otherwise, definitely looking for rejection of that 190.40 to 50 psychological round number. We still technically are bearish, believe it or not. This is still the one big impulsive leg to the downside. All this is just micro trend within the actual structure itself. But what you do have is the daily, obviously creating quite a strong bullish candle, pulling back to that support here to the left hand side. The 4 hour creating a nice pullback. But once again, are we just going to reject to create that lower high? Are we just grabbing a little bit more liquidity before we head back down? Potentially pulling back within the weekly candle. So if the weekly was to remain bearish and we do respect this resistance, then I'd still be more than happy to look for GJ sells. Now, what you might want to wait for, again, rather than just one candle closing back bearish, is a stronger catalyst. So if we do look, if the one candle happens to be bearish engulfing candle, that could tick the box. But otherwise, similar to what we just took on gold, wait for it to create a bit of a pause, a bit of a minor support. Don't jump straight in if it creates the lower wick first without creating the upper wick. Let it pull back like we did and look at it after. Absolutely zero drawdown. Very nice and quick trade. Similar on GJ, if it starts to consolidate at this resistance and then begins to pop below it, that could be an option, but I would prefer it to actually tap in. Otherwise, my concern might be that it could just create that high low, eventually tap in, and that's when it might reject. In the meantime, you may be stopped out. So that's what I'd be looking at on GJ. Further options back at the support for a buy. Go ahead and pull back towards that 189.80 to 70 region. Pretty much is this area consolidation is a level of liquidity that I'd be looking for options to buy it from. So that is your other option on GJ. And as I mentioned for gold right now, you're a bit late if you're not in a sell. So you really just need to let it set up. Now it's tapped into the 30-minute support. Wait for something similar to happen to the downside as what we looked for and got involved in from the upside. So that is what I'd be looking at on both GJ and gold. Guys, I'm going to get going. So I'm not going to take another trade for this session. That was a perfect trade. Really happy with the execution, flawless. The plan, flawless. The rules, flawless. Patience, absolutely perfect today. So once again, backed it up last Wednesday, my worst day of the year. Broke my rules, got done twice since. And it's been a fantastic year. It's been a really good year. But every time I followed my plan, follow my rules, you guys see the results. More likely going to be a nice win. Beats, if you don't know how to show support for stream, smash the like button and supporting out. That's it, mate. That is the least you can do. So guys, if you've not done so on the way out, I would appreciate it. Beats, you're a legend. Thank you, my friend. Look forward to catching you tomorrow. Guys, if you'd like to know anything more about the team, the gang, my group, or you just want to send me a message and say g'day, do so. The links are down below. You can find me on IG. Join the free Discord group as well. I'd be more active if people are more active in there. So feel free to ask questions, send in charts. Yeah, so I appreciate the support, guys. Take care, trade safe. If you are trading to NY members, I will see you for pre-NY a little bit later on. Take care, guys, and have a good one. YouTube, appreciate your support. Bye, guys. Catch you tomorrow.